Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're taking a look at a really interesting piece of gear, the Datavideo PTC-305W 4K PTZ camera.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with this one.
There is. So our mission really is to extract what problems this high-end camera actually solves for people in production. So let's just jump right in. What kind of performance, what kind of firepower are we talking about here?
Okay, so right off the bat, you're getting true 4K resolution. We're talking 2160p at up to 60 frames per second.
Which is top tier.
It is. But the real insight for you, I think, is the sensor and the glass. It's got this large 11.8-inch CMOS sensor and a very fast f1.58 aperture.
And what does that mean in a real-world scenario, like a dimly lit lecture hall?
Exactly that. It means outstanding low light sensitivity. That combination helps ensure your image stays clean and bright, even when the lighting isn't, ideal.
Which is critical when you can't physically get to the camera. And speaking of that, I saw it uses high-power PoE, the 802.3 AT standard. Is that just about using fewer cables?
Well, yes, but it's more than that. It's the high power part that's key. You need that to drive a camera this robust.
To power the motors and everything.
Right. The pan motors, that big 20x optical zoom, and pushing simultaneous 4K streams, it all runs over one network cable. It's a massive simplification for installers.
Got it. Okay, let's get to the feature that I think really justifies this deep dive, the auto tracking. We've all seen those, those fail videos online.
Oh yeah, where the camera decides to track a potted plant in the background instead of the speaker.
Exactly that. This camera promises to stop that with something called custom auto object tracking. How is that functionally different?
That is the AHA feature, you're right. It directly addresses that interference problem. What's really interesting here is that it allows you to lock on to a single designated target.
So you tell it, follow this person and only this person.
Precisely. It uses its internal processing to understand the environment, so it knows to ignore desks, other people walking by, you name it. It just stays on that one target.
That's a huge deal for reliability, especially in an unmanned venue. And activating it is just through the remote or the controller.
Yeah, it's simple. You can enable it with the IR remote or the included RMC 1AT controller, which is pretty handy.
Okay, so that covers local control. But for a camera like this, we have to talk about how it fits into a bigger workflow, the connectivity.
Absolutely. Beyond the simple PoE setup, you have, all the professional outputs you'd expect. Simultaneous HDMI 2.0 and 3G SDI.
The broadcast standards.
Right. And then you have the network side. The streaming protocols it supports are really key to the bigger picture.
You listed RTMPS and SRT. For the listener who isn't a broadcast engineer, what's the immediate benefit of using SRT?
It's all about stability. SRT, which stands for Secure Reliable Transport, it's a standard that ensures a solid, high-quality stream, even if your internet connection is a bit, unreliable.
So fewer dropped frames and glitches when you're streaming live to YouTube or Facebook.
You got it. It also supports dual streaming, so you could send out a high-res 4K primary feed and a second lower-res stream just for monitoring or an archive.
And I see it has things like tally lights and standard control protocols like Sony VESKey over IP.
It's designed to slot right into an existing broadcast environment. And one last thing to connect it to the bigger picture. It's TAA compliant.
Which is important for government or federal installations, right?
Exactly. It's a requirement in those high security environments.
So if we pull this all together, what we have is a powerful 4K camera with great low light performance, a super simple installation, and crucially, an intelligent auto tracking system that you can actually rely on.
It's really a tool built for precision automation. And it brings up an interesting final thought, especially with that TAA compliance and all the control options. Well, which non-traditional production environment, so think beyond a standard studio or conference hall, might benefit the most from this specific level of automated precision, especially where security or government applications are concerned? It's just something for you to chew on.